Hey, it's Tom, Fresh Vintage. Today we have our 98 Honda Accord. We're doing a timing belt job on the 2.3 liter, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at this Lisle impact socket and why you need this over your standard impact socket. To look at each one of these, there's your standard 19 millimeter, and you can see this is actually quite a bit thicker, heavier. And the reason you need this is a 2.3 liter, but this tool will actually apply to a lot of different Honda engines. And with that, we're trying to actually break the crankshaft bolt out, trying to break it free so that we can get the harmonic balancer and pulley off of there. And with that, we've actually got a breaker bar in here. We've done a few different things. So there's our breaker bar. You can see we have the jack handle on here. And in order to do this, we pulled the power steering pump off and the alternators out of the way as well. And so far, this will not break it. There's even a fence post right over here that, believe it or not, we had on the breaker bar, and we still cannot get this broke free. So with that, we also have our impact guns here. It's our Earthquake from Harbor Freight. This didn't break it free using the standard deep wall impact here. So we're gonna try the S&K here along with this impact. This is a Lisle 77080. Now, you may be holding out on buying one of these, and we did too, because hey, why wouldn't this work? This is a pretty common thing. A lot of Hondas on the road. This should be able, this actual breaker bar and setup we have here should be able to break this free. So far, this has not come loose, has not been broken free. So we're gonna use this, and fingers crossed, the actual inertia from this extra weight. This thing weighs 1.9 pounds. So we're gonna put this on the impact right now, and we're gonna see if we can break that bolt loose. So here's our crank bolt, and we have our S&K and our 77080 here, Lisle socket. So we're gonna hit this right now, see what happens. There we go. Just like that. That's what makes this thing worth the money. So, all right, so we have our crank bolt out here, and we're gonna go ahead and get this off of here. It's wiggling, so it's gonna take some time, patience, and work on it. It's on there pretty good. But it is coming free little by little. I think this is one of those there we go, less force is better than trying to just yank the thing off there. And teeth in there look pretty clean. Keyway looks good. Our key actually looks fairly clean. So there we go. Our crankshaft bolt out here. And if you've already tried the impacts and you've tried the breaker bars and you've tried praying and everything else, this is your tool, 77080. Fits a lot of different Honda engines. And with that, if you like sports cars, if you like classic cars, if you like muscle cars and you like JDM cars, definitely hit that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.
Our TI 2135 TI Ingersoll Rand to run for its money with a 19 millimeter regular impact socket, and then we're going to try it with the new socket to get the bolt off of the machine. So let's start with our standard issue 19 millimeter. 25-foot long piece of air hose at 125 psi, and we'll see what happens. Been putting this thing through the ringer. Compressor is now charging up. So the regular 19 millimeter nut for a socket not working. Now we're going to try 19 millimeter Leslie. compressor charge up, and we will see all the reviews on the internet live up to the expectations. Hard to do this one-handed. Alright, compressor just turned off, and here we go. Not yet. The impacts on that wrench definitely sound a lot more reassuring than a regular socket. How about that? Okay, you guys, that was a truly out-of-the-box experience. This lovely socket. The internet is absolutely true. Buy one if you're taking the timing belt off the Honda.
Alright, here's my review on this Lisle 19mm socket made to take off these Honda crankshaft bolts. Specifically made to, I should say that too, so I'm going to judge it a little bit harder because it failed. You can see this bolt is pretty torn up. The edges were getting rounded off, they're gouged, the corners are especially rounded off. I think that's a design flaw on this Lisle. You can see that's a pretty big lip. Here's a socket that I used to get that thing off with just a breaker bar, and there's a little bit of a lip, but it's not anywhere near as pronounced as this lip. But the bigger problem with this thing, even though it looked like it would do the job, is that the tolerances just aren't very good, and I don't think it's deep enough. We put the bolt in, hold this to steady it, and it is wiggling. It is wiggling. It is wiggling, and it's not going in quite deep enough. You can still see some of the edges down there. It's puzzling because they could have made this thing a little bit deeper, and I think it would have been better, but still, with those lips and the tolerances, not very good. Just for comparison, put this guy in here. There's like barely any wiggle at all, and that's probably mostly because this bolt got torn up. So, like I said, Didn't pay very much for this at a hardware store. I paid quite a bit for this, and it is no bueno.
We've got this Lisle special socket for taking off the crankshaft pulley bolt. Let's see what it does. Like nobody's business. Oh my goodness, look at that. That tool was worth every bit of the $30 I paid for it on Amazon.